Russia, every year on the 9th of May, we are gathering together to celebrate our victory. Victory in the Great Patriotic War, which is the part of Second World War. The Great Patriotic War started in 1941 and was finished 4 years after. These 4 years were remembered as the years of enormous suffering of Soviet people. For us, this day does not only signify the great victory which Red Army of Red Army over the Nazi forces. For us, it is enormous suffering of our people. The scale of this war was quite unique. The Great Patriotic War spread from Kiev to Stalingrad, to Crimea, from Sakhalin. There were more than 25 million people died, meaning that each minute of this war, 12 Soviet people had been killed. And today, I'm going to share with you something that I have not read in the books, something that I have not been taught at school, something that I learned from my very own grandmother, who survived the siege of Leningrad. For some of you who might not know that the siege is also a blockade of Leningrad, a military operation undertook by Germans aimed to conquer the city by starving its population to death. Siege of Leningrad started on 8 September 1941, and it went on for 900 terrible days. At that time, my grandmother was just a young girl, Tanya, raised by her single mother. When the war came, nobody was prepared for that. They didn't even know that they were attacked until 9 hours after. Straight after the Leningrad got blocked, the food, or everything you can call food, has disappeared from the shelves of the shops, factories, houses. Germans burned the major food warehouses full of grains, flour, and sugar. Sugar melted down through the floor into the earth. My grandma remembered how those hungry, starved, exhausted people were trying desperately to dig out this sugar out of the earth, and then helplessly quit it and just ate earth with the taste of sugar. My grandmother would never forget the taste of the Leningrad bread. Bread made of glue, made of cotton, with the taste of sand and soil. Even that absolutely tasteless, that you cannot even name bread, has disappeared. And soon, the government, the authority of Leningrad, introduced so-called card system. Every citizen would receive a blue card per day that would give him or her a right to pick up 125 grams of bread per day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is 125 grams of bread. Bread made of glue and cotton. That starving people had, if they were lucky, throughout the whole day. Taking into account the terrible temperatures in Russia during the winter, falling below -30 degrees, people went literally crazy. My grandma once heard screaming. She got out of her room and she saw her neighbor, little boy, Victor. He was maybe 10 years old. He was so skinny and exhausted. His face, his little arms, his lips, they were blue of cold. His mother was shouting, "Get out of here! I don't want to see you anymore. You lost our cart. We don't have bread for today. Don't you see I'm hungry? Get out of here!" My grandma tried to drag Victor out, but he would protest it. No, that is my fault. I'm guilty. I shouldn't have lost this cart. Mommy, I want to stay with you. Please, don't let me get out of here. A few days later, a crooked dead body of Victor was found by my grandma on the floor next to his mom's bed. His mom made it through the siege of Leningrad, but she committed suicide not long after the occasion. She just couldn't stand the guilt of what she did. Now, what else? What else can you tell me about Leningrad? Grandma, what else? What else? And there were people eating their pets, people eating other people, mothers who would kill their weaker children to feed the stronger ones, mothers who would cut their veins to give blood to their toddlers, blood instead of milk. And there were deaths. Millions. People died on the streets, at home, in factories. They were walking, falling down, and dying. And nobody was there to bury them. There were no coffins. There were nothing. They were left alone. So then she walked. She would just stepped over the dead bodies. But she had no fear. So I asked, why were you not afraid of dead bodies all over the place? Why I was not afraid? Because hungry people do not have fear anymore. My grandma made it through the blockade of Leningrad. She survived. And after that, no matter how much food we've got in our house, she would always keep a couple of crackers under her pillow. Now my grandma told me how to respect food. Nothing is thrown away. No food should be thrown away. And that was just Leningrad, just one city. The Soviet Union was huge. And all those millions of people, they run, they fight, and they died for me, for somebody like me, to stand here in front of you today and to be alive. And therefore, they walk, they are, and they always be my heroes.